Have you ever wondered why some people create a deeper sense of attraction and emotional connection than others? The answer is rarely about techniques or tricks. Real intimacy grows from confidence, communication, attentiveness, emotional presence, and the ability to make another person feel valued. In today's video, we'll explore 6 powerful habits that can strengthen attraction, build trust, and create a more meaningful connection in any romantic relationship. Confidence is often misunderstood. Many people assume it means being the loudest person in the room, always knowing exactly what to say or never feeling nervous. In reality, true confidence is much quieter and much more powerful. It comes from being comfortable with who you are and not constantly seeking approval from others. When someone carries themselves with genuine self-assurance, it creates a natural sense of attraction because confidence signals emotional stability, self-respect, and authenticity. One of the reasons confidence is so appealing is that it makes interactions feel effortless. People who are comfortable with themselves do not spend all their energy trying to impress others. Instead, they focus on being present in the moment. They are able to listen, engage, and communicate without the pressure of constantly wondering whether they are being judged. This creates a relaxed atmosphere that makes conversations more enjoyable and meaningful. Confidence also influences body language. The way a person carries themselves can communicate more than words ever could. Standing tall, maintaining comfortable eye contact, smiling naturally, and speaking with clarity all reflect a healthy sense of self-worth. These small signals often make a stronger impression than any carefully prepared line or strategy. When someone appears secure in themselves, others tend to feel more comfortable around them as well. Another important aspect of confidence is self-acceptance. No one is perfect. Every person has strengths, weaknesses, successes, and failures. Truly confident people understand this reality and do not allow their imperfections to define them. Instead of trying to hide every flaw, they accept themselves as they are while continuing to grow and improve. This level of self-acceptance is attractive because it demonstrates maturity and emotional resilience. Confidence is also closely connected to independence. People who have a strong sense of identity are not completely dependent on external validation. They have goals, interests, and values that exist beyond their relationships. This independence creates a healthy balance because it allows connections to develop naturally rather than from a place of neediness or insecurity. When someone values themselves, others are more likely to value them too. It is important to remember that confidence is not arrogance. Arrogance often comes from insecurity, disguised as superiority. It involves putting others down or constantly seeking recognition. Genuine confidence does not require comparison. It does not need to prove anything. Instead, it comes from a quiet belief in one's own worth while still respecting and appreciating others. Building confidence is a gradual process. It develops through experience, self-reflection, and the willingness to step outside of comfort zones. Every challenge overcome, every lesson learned, and every personal achievement contributes to a stronger sense of self-belief. Over time, this inner confidence becomes visible in the way a person thinks, speaks, and interacts with others. Ultimately, confidence is attractive because it reflects a healthy relationship with oneself. It communicates self-respect, emotional stability, and authenticity. While appearance, charm, and other qualities may capture attention initially, confidence often leaves the most lasting impression because it creates a foundation for genuine connection and trust. One of the most meaningful ways to create a strong connection with another person is through genuine attention. In a world where distractions are everywhere, giving someone your full focus has become increasingly rare. Many conversations take place while people are checking their phones, thinking about their next task, or waiting for their turn to speak. As a result, truly attentive communication stands out. When people feel that they are being genuinely listened to and understood, they naturally feel more valued and appreciated. Genuine attention begins with being present. Being present means focusing on the person in front of you instead of allowing your mind to wander elsewhere. It involves listening carefully to what is being said rather than simply hearing the words. People can often tell the difference between someone who is actively engaged and someone who is only pretending to listen. Real attention creates a feeling of importance because it shows that the conversation matters. One of the most powerful aspects of genuine attention is active listening. Active listening goes beyond nodding occasionally or offering brief responses. It means paying close attention to both words and emotions. Sometimes what a person feels is just as important as what they say. By listening with curiosity and empathy, you gain a deeper understanding of their thoughts, experiences, and perspectives. This understanding helps create a stronger emotional connection because people appreciate being heard without judgment. Remembering small details is another important part of giving genuine attention. Many people share pieces of information about their lives during casual conversations. These details may seem minor at the time, but remembering them later can have a significant impact. Whether it is recalling an important event, a personal goal, a favorite activity, or a challenge someone mentioned, remembering these things demonstrates that you truly listened. It sends a powerful message that what they shared was important enough to stay in your mind. Asking thoughtful questions also plays a key role. Instead of focusing only on yourself or moving quickly from topic to topic, thoughtful questions encourage deeper conversation. They show genuine curiosity and interest in the other person's experiences. Meaningful questions invite people to open up, share their opinions, and express their feelings more freely. This creates opportunities for conversations that go beyond surface-level interactions. Another benefit of genuine attention is that it helps build trust. Trust grows when people feel safe expressing themselves. When someone consistently listens with respect and interest, it creates an environment where openness becomes easier. Over time, this trust strengthens the relationship and allows for deeper emotional connection. People are naturally drawn toward those who make them feel comfortable, respected, and understood. Genuine attention also involves noticing nonverbal communication. Facial expressions, tone of voice, and body language often reveal emotions that words may not fully express. Paying attention to these signals can help you respond with greater understanding and empathy. Sometimes a simple acknowledgement of how someone feels can be more meaningful than offering advice or solutions. Ultimately, genuine attention is one of the greatest gifts a person can offer. It requires no special talent, expensive gesture, or complicated strategy. It simply requires the willingness to be fully present and sincerely interested in another person. In a world filled with constant distractions, this level of attentiveness can create powerful connections, strengthen relationships, and leave a lasting impression that people remember long after the conversation ends. Communication is one of the most important foundations of any meaningful relationship. While attraction may initially bring people together, communication is what allows a connection to grow, deepen, and endure over time. Without clear and honest communication, misunderstandings can develop, expectations can become unclear, and emotional distance can gradually appear. On the other hand, when communication is strong, it creates understanding, trust, and a sense of closeness that strengthens the bond between two people. Effective communication begins with honesty. Honest communication does not mean speaking without consideration for another person's feelings. Instead, it means expressing thoughts, feelings, and intentions in a respectful and genuine way. People appreciate authenticity because it creates a sense of trust. When someone communicates openly and sincerely, it becomes easier to build a relationship based on mutual understanding rather than assumptions or misunderstandings. Another important aspect of communication is clarity. Many conflicts arise not because people disagree, but because they fail to clearly express what they mean. Expectations, feelings, and concerns can easily become confusing when they are not communicated directly. Clear communication helps prevent unnecessary confusion and allows both people to understand each other's perspectives more accurately. It encourages openness and reduces the likelihood of misunderstandings that can damage a relationship over time. Listening is equally important as speaking. In fact, some of the strongest communicators are also excellent listeners. Genuine listening involves paying attention without immediately preparing a response or trying to change the subject. It means allowing the other person to fully express themselves and showing that their thoughts and feelings matter. When people feel heard, they are more likely to feel respected and emotionally connected. This creates a stronger sense of trust and encourages deeper conversations. Communication also plays a vital role in emotional connection. People often want to feel understood on a deeper level, not just heard on a surface level. Sharing experiences, thoughts, dreams, concerns, and emotions allows relationships to move beyond casual interaction. Meaningful conversations help create emotional intimacy because they reveal personal aspects of an individual's life and personality. As trust grows, people become more comfortable sharing their true selves, which strengthens the overall connection. Empathy is another essential component of effective communication. Empathy involves trying to understand how another person feels, even if their experience differs from your own. Instead of focusing solely on your perspective, empathy encourages you to consider their emotions and point of view. This creates a supportive environment where people feel valued and respected. Empathetic communication can reduce tension during disagreements and help maintain understanding during difficult conversations. Conflict resolution is also heavily dependent on communication. Disagreements are a natural part of every relationship. What matters most is how those disagreements are handled. Healthy communication allows people to discuss problems calmly, express concerns respectfully, and work together toward solutions. Instead of viewing conflict as a threat, effective communicators see it as an opportunity to better understand one another and strengthen the relationship. Ultimately, communication is much more than exchanging words. It is the bridge that connects people emotionally, mentally, and personally. Strong communication creates trust, promotes understanding, and encourages emotional closeness. While many qualities contribute to successful relationships, communication remains one of the most powerful because it influences every other aspect of the connection. When people communicate openly, listen carefully, and respond with empathy, they create an environment where genuine relationships can thrive and grow over time. Emotional presence is one of the most valuable qualities a person can bring into a relationship. While physical presence simply means being in the same place, emotional presence means being fully engaged, attentive, and connected in the moment. In today's fast-paced world, many people are physically present but mentally distracted by work, social media, personal worries, or future plans. As a result, genuine emotional presence has become increasingly rare, yet it remains one of the strongest ways to create a meaningful and lasting connection. Being emotionally present starts with giving undivided attention. When someone feels that they have your full focus, they are more likely to feel valued and respected. This means putting aside distractions and truly engaging with the conversation or experience taking place. Whether it is a simple discussion over coffee or a deeper conversation about personal feelings, being fully present communicates that the moment and the person matter. This level of attention helps create a stronger sense of connection because it shows genuine care and interest. Another important aspect of emotional presence is active engagement. Rather than simply hearing words, emotionally present individuals listen carefully and respond thoughtfully. They pay attention not only to what is being said, but also to the emotions behind the words. Sometimes people are not looking for advice or solutions. They simply want someone to understand their feelings. By responding with empathy and understanding, emotional presence creates an environment where people feel safe expressing themselves openly. Eye contact also plays a significant role in emotional presence. While it may seem like a small detail, maintaining comfortable and natural eye contact communicates attentiveness and sincerity. It helps create a sense of connection that words alone cannot achieve. When combined with genuine listening and thoughtful responses, eye contact reinforces the feeling that the interaction is meaningful and important. Emotional presence requires mindfulness. Many people spend a large portion of their lives thinking about the past or worrying about the future. However, meaningful connections are built in the present moment. Being emotionally present means focusing on what is happening right now, rather than allowing outside concerns to dominate attention. This mindfulness enables deeper conversations, stronger emotional bonds, and more authentic interactions. One of the most powerful effects of emotional presence is its ability to strengthen trust. People naturally feel closer to those who consistently show up emotionally during both positive and challenging times. When someone knows they can share their thoughts, concerns, and experiences without feeling ignored or dismissed, trust begins to grow. This trust becomes the foundation for a stronger and more resilient relationship. Emotional presence also helps create memorable experiences. Often, what people remember most is not a specific activity or conversation, but how they felt during that moment. Feeling understood, appreciated, and genuinely cared for leaves a lasting impression. These positive emotional experiences contribute to a deeper sense of connection and encourage stronger relationships over time. Importantly, emotional presence does not require grand gestures or extraordinary effort. It is often expressed through simple actions such as listening attentively, asking thoughtful questions, offering empathy, and being genuinely engaged in the moment. These seemingly small behaviors can have a profound impact because they communicate respect, care, and emotional availability. Ultimately, emotional presence strengthens intimacy by creating an atmosphere of trust, understanding, and authenticity. It allows people to feel seen, heard, and valued on a deeper level. In a world filled with distractions and constant demands for attention, the ability to be fully present with another person has become one of the most meaningful ways to build a lasting and fulfilling connection. Thoughtful affection is often one of the most powerful ways to strengthen a relationship because it communicates care, appreciation, and genuine interest. While many people associate affection with grand romantic gestures, the reality is that meaningful connections are usually built through small, consistent acts of kindness. These thoughtful actions may seem simple on the surface, but they often leave a lasting impression because they make people feel valued and important. One of the reasons thoughtful affection is so impactful is that it demonstrates attention and consideration. When someone takes the time to do something kind, whether it is offering encouragement, remembering an important date, or simply checking in during a difficult time, it shows that they are paying attention. People naturally appreciate knowing that someone notices the details of their lives and genuinely cares about their well-being. These moments create emotional warmth and help strengthen the bond between individuals. Thoughtful affection also contributes to emotional security. Relationships thrive when people feel appreciated and respected. Small acts of care can reinforce these feelings on a regular basis. A sincere compliment, a supportive message, or a simple expression of gratitude can brighten someone's day and remind them that they matter. Over time, these consistent displays of affection help create an environment where trust and emotional connection can grow. Another important aspect of thoughtful affection is its ability to communicate feelings that words alone may not fully express. While verbal communication is essential, actions often carry their own powerful message. Taking the initiative to support someone during a challenging period, celebrating their successes, or offering comfort when they need it demonstrates care in a tangible way. These actions show commitment and emotional investment, helping to deepen the connection between people. Thoughtful affection is also closely connected to empathy. Empathy involves understanding another person's emotions and responding in a way that acknowledges those feelings. When people show affection that is tailored to what someone genuinely needs, it becomes especially meaningful. For example, some individuals appreciate words of encouragement, while others may value quality time, practical support, or small gestures of kindness. Recognizing and responding to these preferences shows emotional awareness and strengthens the relationship. Consistency plays a significant role as well. While grand gestures can be memorable, relationships are often shaped more by everyday experiences. Regular acts of kindness create a sense of reliability and reassurance. They communicate that care is not limited to special occasions but is present throughout the relationship. This consistency helps build trust because it demonstrates that affection is genuine rather than occasional or conditional. Thoughtful affection can also improve communication and reduce emotional distance. When people feel appreciated, they are often more comfortable expressing themselves openly. Positive interactions create an atmosphere where conversations become easier and misunderstandings are less likely to escalate. Affectionate gestures can serve as reminders that even during stressful or challenging times, the relationship remains important and valued. Importantly, thoughtful affection does not require expensive gifts or elaborate plans. Its true value comes from sincerity rather than cost or complexity. A meaningful conversation, a kind word, a supportive gesture, or simply being there when needed can have a greater impact than something extravagant. The most memorable expressions of affection are often those that reflect genuine understanding and care. Ultimately, thoughtful affection leaves a lasting impact because it helps people feel seen, appreciated, and emotionally connected. It strengthens trust, encourages openness, and reinforces the value of the relationship. Through consistent acts of kindness and consideration, thoughtful affection creates a foundation of warmth and appreciation that supports deeper and more meaningful connections over time. Consistency is one of the most important qualities in any successful relationship because it creates a sense of trust, stability, and reliability. While attraction can spark initial interest and excitement, consistency is often what determines whether a connection grows stronger over time. People naturally feel more comfortable and secure around those whose actions match their words. When someone consistently demonstrates honesty, respect, and dependability, it builds confidence in the relationship and strengthens the emotional bond. One of the primary reasons consistency is so valuable is that it helps establish trust. Trust is not built through a single action or conversation. Instead, it develops gradually through repeated experiences that demonstrate reliability. When people consistently follow through on their commitments, keep their promises, and act with integrity, others begin to feel secure in the relationship. This sense of security allows deeper emotional connections to develop because trust reduces uncertainty and doubt. Consistency also provides emotional stability. Relationships often face challenges, misunderstandings, and periods of stress. During these times, consistent behavior becomes especially important. Knowing that someone will remain supportive, respectful, and dependable even during difficult situations creates a strong foundation for the relationship. Stability allows people to focus on strengthening their connection rather than constantly worrying about unpredictable behavior or changing intentions. Another significant aspect of consistency is that it reflects authenticity. Anyone can make a good impression during a single interaction or special occasion. However, true character is revealed through repeated actions over time. Consistent behavior demonstrates that positive qualities are genuine rather than temporary. It shows that kindness, respect, and care are part of a person's character rather than something displayed only when it is convenient. Consistency is also closely connected to emotional safety. People are more likely to open up and share their thoughts, feelings, and vulnerabilities when they know they can expect a reliable response. Emotional safety develops when interactions are predictable in a healthy way. This does not mean relationships become boring or repetitive. Instead, it means that the fundamental qualities of trust, respect, and support remain steady even as circumstances change. Communication benefits greatly from consistency as well. Regular and honest communication helps prevent misunderstandings and strengthens emotional connection. When someone consistently listens, responds thoughtfully, and engages in meaningful conversations, it reinforces the feeling that the relationship is important. Consistent communication demonstrates effort and commitment, both of which contribute to a stronger bond. Consistency also influences how people perceive value within a relationship. Occasional acts of kindness can certainly be appreciated, but ongoing efforts often have a greater impact. Small actions repeated over time can be more meaningful than a single grand gesture. Consistently showing appreciation, offering support, and demonstrating care sends a clear message that the relationship matters. These repeated positive experiences accumulate and strengthen the connection over the long term. It is important to understand that consistency does not mean perfection. Everyone makes mistakes and experiences difficult moments. What matters is the overall pattern of behavior. People do not expect perfection, but they do appreciate reliability, accountability, and genuine effort. When mistakes occur, consistently taking responsibility and working toward improvement further strengthens trust and respect. Ultimately, consistency creates the foundation upon which lasting relationships are built. It transforms attraction into trust, interest into commitment, and connection into something deeper and more meaningful. Through reliable actions, honest communication, and ongoing effort, consistency reassures people that they are valued and respected. Over time, this sense of trust and stability becomes one of the strongest factors in creating a healthy, fulfilling, and enduring relationship.